women who sort of, on pedigree, on paper, in appearance, are catches. And I'm not trying to inflate my own ego here. I'm just saying something objectively. I know my value. And yet he broke up with me. And I'm just wondering, like, where else in my city, I live in Washington, D.C., is he going to find someone quite like me? Maybe there are many women like us just out here. Maybe. Maybe he's not afraid at all of what it meant to lose someone like me.
To be very honest, I don't know if this is satire or not, but in case she is actually seriously asking, I want to make this video to clarify some few things because I feel a lot of women could find this useful, especially high achieving, successful women and financially independent women. None of what you do to build your empire and your life, and none of your accomplishments in your career and finances to establish yourself and your career are a ticket to find romantic love. There is this misconception out here that as long as you are successful, as long as you do all the right things that the society tells you to do, go to the right school, get a good degree, a good job, and be perfect on paper, none of that means anything when it comes to you finding the right person. Finding the right person takes more than just being prestigious on paper. In this video, she's talking about how she knows her value, but you knowing your value has nothing to do with finding the right person who is going to see you and appreciate you the way that you want to be appreciated, the way that you want to continue a relationship. The journey of self-love or accomplishing things for yourself has nothing to do with finding a romantic partner or guaranteeing a relationship to be successful. I mean, those two things can go together in a sense where when you are successful, when you are established, when you do have a lot of accomplishments, obviously your confidence would be high. I mean, not all the times because a lot of people overcompensate for their lack of confidence and end up chasing validation through accomplishments. And so they're still not confident, still have a lot of insecurity. So I'm not talking about those people, but generally, when you are highly established, you are generally confident. Not to be confused with arrogance, obviously. Let's assume that you're confident. That still has nothing to do with you being a good partner, because externally you could have all the right things and you would be a good partner. But you have to understand, like, the way people experience each other in relationships is not through labels, it's not through your abilities, your capacity, what you can do, how much money you make, but it's really about how you make each other feel in the relationship. I mean, in this video, this creator continues to talk about how accomplished she is. She has all the best degrees and she lives in Washington, D.C. She does all the right things and she gets broken up with and she doesn't understand and she's like confused as to like, where else is he going to find someone like me? Who you are on paper or who you are even to yourself means nothing, because a relationship is not you versus you, right? It's how people experience you, right? But it's also important not to internalize this because, you know, you cannot predict how good your relationship will be or the longevity of it based on what you think about yourself. Especially if people are truly looking for connection and love, it's irrelevant what accomplishments you have. I mean, I think in the society, women care more about the man's status and their level of success, how much money he makes, obviously. Like, I think women care more about that. But also, staying with someone in a relationship does not mean anything about the quality of the relationship either. So we're having a really nuanced conversation here. So there's your internal inherent sense of value, and then there's the value that they feel, not the value that they get by validation of being with you, which you actually don't want to end up in a situation because the person then would be using you. Do you want to be with someone who just sticks with you in the relationship just because you make them look good on paper? You don't want that scenario either, right? So I think it's actually better that people are honest and break up. Usually successful people also don't really chase each other, right? So like, I think it's good if you know how to end it well on good terms. Just like I said, you don't want to be with someone who only is with you for how good you make them look anyway, because of the resources you provide for them, the celebrities you know, the government people that you know, the access you have with all the high profile people. Like, you don't want to be with someone who's with you for those reasons anyway. And my final point, the way to do all those right things for yourself is not to score a relationship. It's truly, I mean, you'll definitely have access to like a bigger pool of more quality people, but also I'm doing this because you have to define for yourself like what quality is, because to some people, quality equals people who look good on paper, are highly accomplished, who make a lot of money, 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, but then they could be rotten on the inside. So you can't mix your personal success with relationship success, because especially if you are looking for genuine connection, that is key. Because not many people because there are also people that don't care about connection. They are with each other for status, for image, for PR, money. Like, there are people like that. So I'm specifically talking to an audience of people who care about real connection. For women, it's good to focus on yourself, make your own money, be independent, financially free and everything, but you don't do those things to get into a relationship. I hope that you're living a life authentic for yourself and don't do things just to be in a relationship with people.